Hi, I'm Joe, and in this video I'm going to go over some of the ways that you can make money as a teenager. If you're into this kind of stuff, then make sure you check out my channel and hit that subscribe button. It won't just be helpful to you, but it'll be helpful to me as well. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the first way to make money as a teenager, and this is to sell sweets at school. Now this may seem like a way that you don't make much money, but trust me, you'll be surprised. And beware, in some schools this is so frowned upon, so just make sure, try and be a bit discreet. But nonetheless, it's a very good way to make money as a teenager because you don't really have to be old enough to buy sweets, so you can just sell it whenever you want. All you have to do is in the mornings or the day before you go to school, just go to your local Iceland, Tesco, whatever, and buy multi-packs of chocolates, sweets, drinks. People even do it with gum, so you can do it with gum. Just buy all the multi-packs and then sell each item individually to fellow students at break and lunch for a large profit. As I said, this is something you can do as soon as you become a teenager, because at school, when you're in year 7, you can just start doing this. Once you get a bit of lunch money going, then you can double, triple, maybe, I don't know, quadruple your lunch money just by buying chocolates and then selling them at school. It's the easiest business model, and it's something that I think every aspiring entrepreneur should try at school. Maybe once you start making a bit of money from doing this, then maybe you can scale it up and try and go to wholesalers and buy bigger multi-packs where your profit margins can increase. I did this back in year 7. It worked beautifully for a while before I was too scared to carry on, and I got a bit scared, but yeah. But 2 guys in our year, in year 10 and 11, scaled this to unimaginable heights. Not really, but they did this a lot and they made a lot of money. They became the guys in the whole school that people go to if they wanted chocolates or sweets or drinks, anything. The whole school went to them. They even made a WhatsApp chat with all the regular customers just so they can, put in reservations in the morning. And at the time, everyone's like, oh, this is extra, just, make a few quid. But no one realized how much money they were actually making. And at the end of the day, that's the plan. So that's method number 1 to make money as a teenager: sell sweets at school. Now the next way to make money as a teenager is to buy iPhones and resell them for a profit. This is, I think, a very popular side hustle because it's not very hard to do, and all you have to do is try and find the best deals you can on iPhones, on used iPhones. And all the profit is coming from the effort that you put in to find such undervalued iPhones. You can use websites like Gumtree and Facebook and Craigslist in America just to find these good deals. These are the websites that people sell locally. They might not know what the value for things are, and they might just want to get rid of stuff. And then you buy these from these websites, and then you can sell it on for a bigger profit on eBay or Amazon or whatever. The reason to do this with specifically iPhones is the fact that iPhones actually hold their value a lot more than any other phone. Androids and any other kind of phone, they lose their value very quickly because they're from different brands and there's so many new releases every year of different Android phones. Apple only release iPhones, 3 or 2 releases a year, and therefore they hold their value for much longer. This means that there's a huge market for them, and it's so easy to buy and sell iPhones, even if they are of an older model. You can start off just by buying and selling. It's very easy, but then once you get into it and you start to figure out how to get good deals and you start to spot them quicker, and it becomes easy to you to get a good deal, then maybe you can look into scaling the business by learning how to fix the screens, fix broken screens and little damages that might occur on a phone. This will massively increase your margins because people, I don't know, for some reason undervalue an iPhone with a cracked screen so much, and they'll sell it for much cheaper than if it didn't have a cracked screen. And the thing is, you can replace a cracked screen very easily if you know how to do it. You can buy a replacement off Amazon and it's not that expensive. So that's something that you can capitalize on once you learn about the industry and the prices that the iPhones are going at. It's not a complicated strategy to make money as a teenager, but it does require you to get into the field and learn how to find good deals. Okay, so the third way to make money. Are you a gifted artist? If you are, then go and make a store on Etsy. Etsy, Redbubble, any kind of website like that, go and make a shop and sell your art on there. Your age should not stop you from being able to monetize something that you're very talented at. If you think your art is good enough, then make a store on Etsy and just sell your stuff on there. It could be all kinds of art, it doesn't matter, like paintings, drawings, like you could make stuff, maybe knit, whatever it is that you're talented at, then set up a store and start getting some customers. I am certainly not a gifted artist, so personally I've never done this, but if I was, the first thing I'd do if it was suggested to me on a video like this is just go over to Etsy and set up my own store. But only after smashing that like button, because you want to help out the people that gave you the idea, right? You can also simultaneously build an Instagram presence by building your own page and advertising the stuff that you sell on there. You can even charge commissions for your art on there as well. Build that brand identity. One thing that is really important when you do this is to get reviews. Early on, when you have no reviews, it might be really hard for you to get customers, and therefore the value of importance ranks reviews, then customers. So maybe offer discounts or freebies for the people who are willing to give you a review in the beginning. So that's the third way you can make money as a teenager, is to sell your art on Etsy or Redbubble, that kind of website. Sell your art and do yourself a favor. Now, the fourth way that you can make money as a teenager is to learn to cut hair. Become a personal barber. If you can learn to do skin fades and all kinds of haircuts, then you can be the barber that your friends go to, and you can build your presence on Instagram very easily. All it requires you to do is buy a pair of clippers and start learning. You can practice on someone, maybe your dad, granddad, or if you have younger siblings, someone whose hair, doesn't really matter too much to them. Practice on them and practice, practice, practice. That's the only way you're gonna get better, and make sure you do your practice before you start charging people, because you do not want people to be upset with your business before you even start. So practice. If you can't find anyone that's willing to let you give them a haircut, then just practice on yourself. And I know it's much harder to cut your own hair than someone else's, but that's the beauty of it. If you're okay with taking that kind of risk to make some money, then go for it, cut your own hair. And because it's much harder than cutting other people's, if you learn how to cut your own hair, you'll be so much better at cutting other people's. And if you mess up, well, it's you, so no one's gonna complain. And the thing with barbering is that once you build a reputation of getting, you can give a good haircut, then the people that you do cut, they will most likely come back to you, and they'll be returning loyal customers. So that means you can have, a set of clients that are regulars and that provide regular income for you, even at such a young age. You can actually do this while you're at uni and even further on in life. At uni, you can offer to cut people's hair in halls, or maybe the people on your course. If you meet any friends and you can offer them a cheaper haircut than what barbers are offering, then obviously they're gonna come to you instead. If you learn to cut your own hair, the amount of money you're gonna save on haircuts, even if it's just in between haircuts, you're gonna save so much in the long run, and you'll have yourself to thank. And me, of course, for suggesting this. What I'm trying to say is that barbering is such a useful tool to have and to learn at such a young age, and it can be so beneficial financially for you. Now, the fifth and final way that you can make money as a teenager is to teach people how to play an instrument. If you were lucky enough to be given musical lessons, or you learned how to play an instrument when you were young, and you've grown up and you've developed your skills and you're really good at it, then use that to your advantage and start teaching people that want to learn how to play your instrument. You don't have to give the most complicated lessons to people. You can just literally just offer beginner lessons for people, and there are so many people wanting to learn instruments every new year. So this is a good one to start in 2021 especially. And because you're a teenager, you don't even have to just stick to teaching younger kids. You can even teach adults who are wanting to pick up an instrument and start learning it. And also the thing with this is that you can even do it just sat right at home. You don't even have to go and meet the clients. You can use video calls to your advantage, and you can teach them from the comfort of your own home. And that saves you time, going and coming back from the client's house or wherever, and you can use that extra time to revise for your exams or do another side hustle or something, or exercise. Teaching an instrument is something that's going to develop your skills in playing that instrument as well, so you're kind of bettering yourself while you're helping someone else to be better as well, which is an added bonus while you're getting some money. Lots of people in these kind of videos suggest tutoring, like educational subjects like maths or whatever, but I thought I'd add a little twist and teach instruments, because even adults want to learn basics of a new instrument, and therefore your target audience is not just restricted to one age group. Teach an instrument that you play well to beginners and make some money. So there are 5 ways that you can make money as a teenager. I tried to not go with the obvious ones and try to put in a few things, a few minor details that most people won't give you. But I mean, yeah, none of these are really age restricted, and therefore it's easy for anyone to really do and make good money. I wish I saw a video like this when I was younger, when I was 13 and just going into my teenage years, so that I could make as much money as possible and save up some capital, you know, for investments. If you found some useful information or some kind of value, then make sure to smash the like button. And when you're down there, hit that subscribe button. As I said, if you're into these kind of videos and want to know more about personal finance and how to make money and how to save money, things like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for 300 subscribers and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week in a bit.